There you go. So, Siddharth, I'm just wondering what you made of that conversation, because the numbers are quite interesting, right? If we're talking about 58,000 crore rupees is what the court had initially talked about, the lawyer explaining that they see, or the company sees, issues and errors in that calculation, unwilling to talk about what the actual self-assessment might be. They've said very clearly it's not 20,000 crore rupees. So, and it's going to take weeks. It's not going to be resolved tomorrow. So that is the information we have right now. What do you make of it?
So I think, as we were discussing now, this is a ongoing development. I think the biggest relief that the company could have got is the clarification from Supreme Court that the entire amount up till that period that is eligible for the government to reassess. Now the number, I think the company will reassess and give the number. The government will take it. So it's a slow and steady process, but nonetheless, I think it's a big relief for Vodafone. The clarification coming in from the Supreme Court.
Directionally, it's the right move. Parag Thakkar, head and fund manager of Fort Capital, joining us right now. Parag bhai, as always, thanks so much for taking the time. I don't know if you caught the latest conversation that we had with the lawyer of Vodafone Idea, where they're talking about the number to be recalculated. 58,000 crore rupees is what the court had talked about, but they think that it's going to be significantly lower, the dues. What do you make of this latest order from the Supreme Court, and what is your view on Vodafone Idea or any other company that is related to this, for that matter?
No, so as I told in the morning show only, that this discussion that on the additional AGR dues, which was 9,500 crore, will be rediscussed and reassessed. That was not the correct view. In my view, if government has to keep Vodafone live, definitely the entire amount has to be considered and reassessed. And that is the intent of, because they want a third telecom player to stay alive. And so I would say, and if at all, today what ET has reported, that there is a US investor coming in the company, definitely the new investor would also like to see that the AGR dues are reduced significantly. So I would say that I would go with the intent, as I said in the morning only.
Yeah.
That the intent is to revive the company.
Sure.
And not just technically focusing on just 9,500 crore number.
Sure. So, but from your perspective as a fund manager and for the investors watching, would you venture into Vodafone Idea, or would you like to play it a different way, to say that if there is a resolution here, and Indus Tower is the one to look at because it is a sizable beneficiary?
Yeah, so we have Indus Tower in our portfolio, as I've discussed earlier also on your show. And we'll continue to hold it because it's a strong cash flow generating company. Now around 1,05,000 crore market cap, 15,000 crore cash profit. And all Vodafone dues are also well settled.
Yes.
But
let me ask you this. Why not Vodafone Idea if this major overhang is resolved? And
it is just because of our fund policy,
right,
that we don't want to buy it is covered in our investment philosophy that whichever company there is a net debt to EBITDA which exceeds 3.5x,
sure,
we don't buy that stock. That is the only thing.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you ask me, it was an investable stock even at 8 rupees, because I was expecting this in my view, as I said in today's morning interview also on your show.
Yeah. Yeah. So if the debt overhang goes away, perhaps again you will take a look at it. Parag,
definitely. Till then, Indus Tower remains the proxy play.
Right. So all these aspects considered, I would say that now the management's discussion with the government, that's where the spotlight is going to be. And I also think that the management tagging along an interested investor and then pitching for a lot of relief from the government because there are interested investors to pump in money will be making their negotiation much more, I think, attractive with the government, and that's where the management could be focusing on. We did see a report coming out where the investor would like to have much more relief coming in from the leverage situation owing to AGR. So therefore that is now going to be the main aspect aspect on which the management will be playing on to really negotiate hard with the government to get as much relief as possible now that the court has opened the doors for that.
Absolutely. Parag bhai, thanks so much for joining in. Siddharth, and I believe we also have Akshay with us. Do stay with us, and we'll be back after this very quick break to talk about the rest of the market.